Hello.
Yo, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm chilling. It's pretty hot here today, but
Oh
some
yeah.
not
I
technically.
moved from SoCal to Albuquerque just when I was getting to Melee, so it's kind of awkward.
Mm-hmm. Is it hot there right now?
It's all right. It's like hot for Albuquerque. I didn't realize it like snows and gets cold here,
Oh,
so
I
it's like
see. Okay.
25. So it's like a nice day.
It's like 95 here.
Yeah, when
It's
it's
actually awful.
starting to be spring.
Okay, so maybe you could do a quick intro for the chat. Just say like, I mean, you already kind of said where you're from, but like how long you've been playing, what your tag is, what your goals for the game are.
Sure. So my name is Inky. Um, I am from SoCal. I went to UCI, so I got to see like Kadoran and like Captain Face Roll for a bit while I was there, and that was like
Mm-hmm.
pretty fun to watch. Um, and then, but I never really played because I was more of like an Ultimate kid, and I just played casually for the most part. And eventually, when Slippy came out during quarantine, I started getting into that. Um, so I'm like, I guess I'm a Slippy kid. And then recently I've been trying to play more because like, um, I haven't been having as much fun with Ultimate when I play. So, Melee just feels better. I like
Mm-hmm.
moving. Um, and I think like yeah, I like seeing top players play and then trying to do what they do and then just like failing at it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's really cool. Um,
Okay, yeah, and like, what do you think you're trying to get out of this lesson? Like, what are we gonna go over?
so I was hoping to get destroyed by a top player for a bit. And then also I think I just wanted to figure out what I need to improve on the most, like the weakest parts of my gameplay.
Okay.
Um, yeah. I'm guessing it's more like my defense is probably really, really bad. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think improving on that, especially against like Falco in like specific situations,
Mm-hmm.
like dealing with something like double laser from ledge, or just like getting out of pillar combos and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So I just looked at the Slippy, and are you a Ness main?
Oh, did I say I might have sent the wrong VOD?
Yeah,
No,
there's
I
a
play
VOD of you as
Fox.
Ness against Falco.
Okay, I think I sent the wrong one,
I was like,
but
wait a minute.
so is that the first link I sent?
Yeah. Let me check the
Okay.
second one.
The second one I sent one of me winning and one of me losing against Falco. Um, So the
Okay,
second
the
one
second one
should
is Fox versus Falco. This is much
be
more
okay.
what I expected.
Okay. Yeah, I think my Ness is my like low tier main.
Okay, sick. Yeah, I play quite a bit of Ness too. Chape's in chat like Ness. Oh no, then Fox, yeah, yeah. He just likes the Fox lessons. Okay, okay, wait. So what did you say you wanted to start with? Do you want to start with the VOD review? Do you want to start with playing? Do you want to start asking questions? Like, how do you want to do this?
Um, I think let me look at my questions see if there's a good place to start. Otherwise, I think I'd like to maybe play a couple games so you can get an understanding of how I play. And then maybe do a VOD review,
Okay,
and then maybe ask some questions. Yeah.
okay, that works for me.
So let me see if there's anything good. Yeah, I think it's acting. I don't know exactly how to act out a shield. I think sometimes it's like it works for me, like doing like a backer out of shield, but I don't know like the exact like inputs I have to do for that. So could you explain that?
Yeah,
Maybe do
here, let's like direct connect first. So what's your connection code?
it's Inky number 210.
Inky 210.
Okay, let me
Okay,
get
so yeah, once we get into the game, okay, so what really was okay, and mine is up on my stream, but it's FFF 641.
Versus Fox. Ready?
Okay, so what were you asking about the out of shield stuff? Oh, just press start.
Yeah, just how to do like something out of shield, like technically.
Okay, so like, let's say you're gonna like wave dash out of shield, or like short hop nair out of shield. Like, what would you do?
Um, I think what happens to me sometimes is like I do it too fast and I get like a. I don't know. I guess can I keep holding shield? And is that an issue at all?
Yeah, yeah. So actually, you need to make sure you don't let go of shield before you jump, because if you let go of shield on, well, it's not even the jump thing, but basically letting go of shield can cause you to get stuck. It won't cause you to get stuck in your jump because you can jump out of it, but it'll cause you to get stuck out of certain other things. So in general, you just want to keep the shield held. Just because, like, shield, this animation, like the shield exit or whatever, is really, it just takes a really long time.
Okay. Yeah, and I think
you don't want this shield drop thing to come up at all. You just want to jump out. Because if you do this and then you jump, or like release it and then you jump, it'll always be slower. So you just want to jump instantly. Like you want, like if you held shield and did this.
Okay. Yeah, and I think I'm trying to switch to doing like, how do you usually, which button do you usually use for shield, or do you use both triggers?
So everybody uses it differently. I use R for, I have my spring out on my R button. And then I use R for shielding and wave dashing, and then I use L for L cancel and light shield, because it has a spring.
Okay. Yeah, I think I wanted to like cut my spring or do something because I always use R, but I can't like wave dash out of shield if I'm like you holding R.
It is really awkward. Yeah. So some people get away with it by they do kind of like a thing where like they just barely release R and then they press it again. Honestly, as a Fox main, I just did the let go of shield and then wave dash method, and it's just a little slower. Like, you don't really want to do it. It's just kind of like if you are holding the controller in a way that doesn't really let you do like the correct ones, then you want to do that, or you can do that. But it's never gonna be quite as good as like just being able to like do it right out of it. If you learn to short hop wave dash, it's pretty easy to do the jump out of shield because you just hold it and then like it's you're just not used to hold. It's like sorry, it makes it so you can act a little easier just because of like how you're holding the controller. Because I understand that it is like an awkward motion to go from like squeezing the R button to like a re-squeeze type motion. Yeah, it's just a little awkward, and people have various solutions. Like, I know a lot of people use like 2 triggers for it. Like they'll hold L and then they use R to like do that. That's why like you'll see those videos of Mango doing like this or whatever. It's because he just uses 2 triggers.
Yeah,
as far as
I think
know.
yeah, I think for me, I have enough like I'm not losing anything by relearning how to use left trigger. But I think it just makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
like
like
my thing is I usually tell people like I think it's better to have your spring out on whatever trigger you shield with, at the very least. And I think it's a lot nicer to have it out on the wave dash trigger, just for like fingers. Like it just feels it's like less effort on your hand. But like for shield, it actually has like a big difference, just because if you do like this type of shield, like with the spring in, sometimes you get that ADT glitch. I don't know if you've heard about that, but it's basically like if you light shield for 1 frame and then you hard shield the next frame, which happens like when you press it like this. See how like the light shield comes out for like a frame first? You actually don't have a shield for like frames 2 and 3 of your shield. So it's like
when it's like switching.
It's just like a weird glitch where it's like this frame has a shield, and then for 2 frames when you hard shield, it doesn't have a shield. But if you just go straight to hard shield, it doesn't have that issue. It's just literally like a bug. It's not like anything else. And so basically, if you shield with a trigger that has a spring in it, you will do this thing a lot of times where you try to shield something, and then you kind of just like get shield poked as you're shielding. And I don't know, it's something that used to happen to me a lot. So I do think it's generally better that, like, at the very least, whichever trigger you use to shield should probably have the spring out. Doesn't need to be the wave dash one, just whatever you're gonna use to shield.
That's cool.
So that's just kind of like a general note on that. It's weird just because everybody has like their own way of kind of dealing with these things, so you kind of have to figure out like what's comfortable for you and stuff like that. And a lot of times the first time you try it, nothing will really be comfortable, so you kind of just have to be like, all right, which way do I want to learn it, and then you can learn it like that. I would say you could pretty much ask any top player, and they would probably give you a slightly different answer on this thing, because it's really like a preference type thing. But that's just my position on it.
Got it. And then another question I had was like, a lot of times when I'm trying to do like a nair, like a fast nair, I don't get as much like momentum as I see like better players getting. I think it's because I'm
yeah. So
forward air.
So that's because you are letting go of forward before you get off the ground. So if I do dash short hops like this, I get this much distance. But if I do a dash short hop and then like during the jump squat, like during the jump squat animation, if I let go of the stick, I do this.
Okay.
So a lot of times people will try to do the nair and they dash and they just jump and they just nair like this, and that's why they get this little short nair. Whereas if you make sure you're already like in the air before you press the aerial, or before you like let go of the stick, then you're good. And it's why like short hop frame perfect nair is kind of like an awkward input because of that distance issue, and that's why you don't see people having that issue with like down airs or whatever. Is because most of the time they're just gonna hold forward and it's not a big deal. Whereas with nair, it's really easy to end up doing this type of thing instead of the long ones. So that, huh?
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's just a simple issue to solve. So, okay, do you have any more immediate questions? Or you want to play a couple?
We can play a couple, yeah.
Okay.
Choose your character versus Fox. Ready? Go!
All right, let's do one more. I have some stuff I want to talk about.
Sure.
Versus Fox. Ready? Go! Choose your characters.
Here, I'm gonna go Fox, and let's just go like Battlefield. Okay, so actually, I think there's a chance we might not get to the WOD today.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
That's totally fine.
Yeah, so yeah, and that's also, I think that's fine. Okay, so there's a bunch of things. So you said, can you give me a rundown on your player history one more time of like how long you've been playing? Did you switch mains at any point?
I play like half or like 70-30 Fox Marth.
Okay.
Um,
Uh-huh.
I've been playing probably like on and off for like a year.
Yeah, because you said you were kind of a slippy kid, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay. So there's like a few issues that Okay, so basically there's a bunch of kind of like level 1 knowledge stuff that if you just implemented it, you would do like a lot better, kind of for free. But there's some elements of your play that are kind of preventing even those sort of fundamental building blocks to be put in place. So the first one is just like general speed stuff, which we can go over, and the other one is like character control. So like basically it's very difficult to start implementing correct solutions to options when you can't put the character where you want them to be. And I think it looks like you kind of want to play like the smart parts of the game, but you're kind of forgetting, like, you know, you want to race, but you don't have an engine in your car type of thing.
Okay.
And so basically, let's just do some character control drills and see how it goes. Okay? So first thing I want you to do is just go to the other side and just roll, and then do a drill edge cancel like that. Like dash and then drill edge cancel on the platform. Yeah. So do that and just stick there and do that like 3 times. You can just roll to the edge if you want.
Okay, and the thing is, I think I try to like L cancel my edge cancels, but you don't have to do that, right?
No, you don't have to L cancel it. Just jump and C stick. So yeah, roll to the edge. Roll to the edge first.
Okay.
That just makes it nice and easy to reset it. Okay. And yes, yeah, roll to the edge. Okay, and then... Okay, good. I just try to get that like 3 times in a row. Okay, it happens.
Yeah.
Also, I understand it's like a little nerve-wracking to be doing it like in a lesson on stream, but so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it would be on stream.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a big deal, I think. There's like 3 people watching, so... It mostly just makes it so I can have a video recording easier.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can. A lot of times it's like I'll do dash and I'll do the full hop, and then I'll do the drill, and then I'll like let my stick just go to neutral after the drill. Yeah, like that. So just do that 3 times, and just roll to the edge each time. Yeah, there you go. One more time. Okay, nice. And yeah, and try to do it with like the neutral stick, just so you don't fall off like that.
Oh, so I shouldn't fall off.
Yeah, it just helps to have the control. Okay, nice. Okay, you got that down. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it from like a stopped position. So like right here, we're gonna do this drill and we're gonna edge cancel it. Just like that. So yeah. So this one is like, yeah, exactly. You just kind of jump straight up and then you drift over. Nice. So essentially there are, and yeah, I'm doing it backwards just so I don't have to worry about anything like that. But basically, there's a lot of different ways to sort of do these little mini spacing drills, and I like to like, you know, do stuff like this: double jump and then edge cancel this one. This one's a little bit harder. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I think I have a lot of issues with like getting the right like drift with my character.
Yeah, so this is what I was gonna go into. So now let's try doing it from right here and seeing if you can do the edge cancel from here. Definitely a little bit harder. And so the way I like to do it is you can do it 2 ways. You can do it with like, at this distance probably, you just want to do the neutral jump thing. Kind of remember I was telling you how this goes short? And you can kind of just do like that sort of, like the short jump like that. And then just drift it to get the edge cancel. Or you can do some sort of little dash dance if that helps in this little spot to get like that type of edge cancel. Okay, so that's, I just wanted to go over kind of like a couple little issues or like little type of things with that. And a lot of times what you can do is there's like full drift and then there's like the neutral jump, which is like this one. So try doing the full drift and then the neutral jump just so I can see it. Okay, full jump and then the neutral drift. Like out of dash.
Drift, right?
Like this
out
one.
of dash.
So like dash and then jump and then let go of the stick before you're in the air. That, the short one. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So that's kind of like the short jump, and then this is like the full distance jump. And honestly, you can get away with Fox with not doing those in a lot of ways, or like not doing any more than just those, and then using your dash dance to space it. And you should be able to get to a point where you can be underneath the platform and kind of just go back and forth and get a bunch of edge cancels by either using shield stop or using the neutral jump, and just sort of practice hitting. My Fox tech skill is nowhere near where it used to be, holy moly. It's kind of funny, after picking up Falco it all goes out the window. But you see that sometimes it's not the easiest to drift that, and that's sort of just something that is you get better at the more you practice these precise little spacings as Fox. And before you know it, then you're in this spot where you're underneath the platform and you need to do like this edge cancel back air or something, or you're trying to do like this or something like that, just something small in a match, and then you can hit it. Or your opponent is like right, let's say your opponent's right here and you want to hit them with the back air. It's a lot easier to get this and kind of know exactly where you're going to end up rather than just kind of flinging Fox around.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely what I do.
Yeah, and that's what like almost everybody does, so don't worry about it. But basically I would say practice little edge cancel drills on each of the platforms. Practice it from on this one too. Here, try doing this also. This is a good one. Where you do the short hop back and forth and you just edge cancel like this. Oh.
Choose your character versus Fox. Ready? Go!
Okay. So try doing like that. So start here, just roll to the edge. and then you do a short hop nair, and then you just fast fall it. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to fast fall it.
Okay.
And then and you do that, and then you can do it back. And you don't need to L cancel.
Yeah.
I know it's hard. I
yeah.
know it's hard to rewire it. I feel like doing these little drills and then practicing. So here's another one I do. I'll do dash dance on the platform, and then I shield stop, and then I try to short hop aerial and edge cancel it. Like that. So what you can do is obviously I've done all these before, but what you can do is you can just pretty much do this on any stage in any position whenever you're practicing. Just kind of pick precise maneuvers that don't, or just sort of pick precise maneuvers and don't worry too much about what they are, and more just like, I want to move Fox from this position to this other position. And see how precisely you can get it. The edge cancels I like because you can't cheat the drift. You need to be drifting at the exact right position and stuff like that to hit them. Okay, so that's kind of like the aerial spacing stuff, because I noticed a lot of times here, stand here. A lot of times you were ending up in situations where you do this and you kind of get like, I can't even do it. You kind of get like this, where you're out of your shine range.
Yeah.
And that happened to me. That happened when you hit me, like almost every time. And that is like a complete coincidence, or like a complete consequence. Sorry. It's a complete consequence of like the lack of control of where you're landing. And so that's why, like, if you can edge cancel a drill here, then if you stand right here, then, you know, it's the same type of thing aiming in that spot as aiming directly onto Fox's head with the drill, you know? And so being able to control precisely where your aerials are landing is like beyond important. Like to the point where, like, if you can't land directly on Fox, and I would even say, like, here's another one that I like to do. This is a little bit more advanced than those others, but if you just stand in place, you do it stand in place. So what you do is you get like a CPU or something and you dash dance, and then I'm gonna do a short hop drill, and I'm gonna land on the side I choose. So I'll do like front, back. Oops, I didn't mean to shine. So I'll do, so yeah, stand there. I'll do front, back, front. Oh, that was the front. I messed up. Back, front, front, and then I'll do full hop, back, front, back, front, back. Oh, I messed that up. Back. Okay, like that. Doing that, if you practice that a little bit every day, it's gonna help so much. Like, because like that is the issue. Here, try it on me. Just see if you can land in front and then dash dance and short hop drill behind me. But you have to land like on me. That's the issue. Because it's easy to do like this one, but you need to land like in shine range, basically.
Shine range.
Yeah. And it's easy on a computer that's not really DIing at all to just sort of grind it out.
Yeah, I think I always hit like the very bottom of the drill, but I should be trying to like aim.
Okay, so the reason for that is because your brain is like, here, stand there. Your brain is trying to like cheat it by doing this drill at max distance so that you can make sure to land in front. But what you want to do is like, I should be able to do it from here. Like I can do it from literally like right here, go in front or behind. So yeah, try that. Oh, and here's the thing. You can mix in. There's a few ways to do it. You can mix in drifts. You can mix in the empty hop, and then I do kind of like partial forward hop sometimes. So basically, like, we have the full jump and the neutral jump, and if you like, let's say you dashed forward and then you hold diagonal 45 degrees down and short hop, you'll go like halfway between the dash jump and like the stationary jump, because you're not like holding forward as much. And if like, let's say you dash forward and then you hold like the, you know, this angle, that one, dash forward, hold that angle and jump. And I know people have. I'm saying like on the down air.
Okay.
And so by holding that angle, you can get a shorter dash jump. Yeah, exactly. And so you can kind of, and everybody has their own methods for this, but this one has worked really well for me and everybody I've showed it to. And so basically, you can kind of practice these little, like, full distance, a little bit. I'll go down here so you can practice the drill thing. It's like full distance. See how you're doing the drill from full distance to kind of cheat it? Do it like, do it in my face. Do it like, yeah, do it right there. Yeah, practice that and try to hit front or back without cheating with the full range. You're trying to cheat with the full range. There you go. And I know it's hard because your brain wants to cheat with the full range.
Yeah, is there any benefit from doing like a further one? You just end up further from your opponent in the end, right?
This isn't about we're not even dealing with like what's good in the game. We're dealing with like controlling the character. You're like, yeah, so should I hit it to like left field or right field? And I'm like, you have to learn to hit the ball first. You know, once you can hit the ball, you can decide to hit it to left field or right field, or start thinking about stuff. Yeah, and so practice. Make sure to practice doing the little angles on it, so it's not just the full distance one. Like practice doing it up and close, like up close like this. And the other thing is your dash dance isn't that accurate, which is also affecting you. So let's do a little dash dance drill. So I like this one where dash dance under the corner edge of the platform and stay in place. Right?
Yeah, I always end up out of my dash dance at some point.
Yeah, just stay in place. Exactly. So this is just something you want to practice. It's being able to stay in place like this. And try to stay under the edge of the platform. Like that.
And there are no secrets to this, right? I just move my...
Nope, it's just a rhythm. Just left, right, left, right, left, right. Just at a set rhythm. But it's just something that you have to get into your hands. Okay, so let me go through a couple more levels of that. Go back to Battlefield. Let me go through a couple more levels of that sort of training. So what I do once I can get in place, because this is kind of the first level. Once you can do in place, what I do is I'll do in place, foxtrot to this inner edge of the platform, and then I'll dash dance here. And then I'll foxtrot back, foxtrot here, and I'll try to just do this, foxtrot, boop, foxtrot, 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 foxtrot. You just like hold, just like let the stick go in this direction, and then go back, let the stick go, let the stick go, and you just kind of do this. Oops. Yeah, and it's a little bit tricky to get used to. Try doing this first, and then just do this. Just do that, and then this is just like a tap. Like you just tap the stick and let go. Just do this and then tap. Yeah, getting closer. And you want to end like as close as you can to right under the edge of this platform. Like that. Yeah, so basically, these are like the two kind of first levels that I want you to practice in terms of the dash dancing. Then you can start doing stuff like this where you do long, short dash dance. So this is long, short, long, and so watch, I do like this. And you can move across stage. Long, short, long, like that. And that lets you change. Yeah, but you want to hold the stick the whole time on this. You don't want to like let go during any points. And it's just long, short, long. Yo, Faint HD, thank you so much for the raid. Wow. Okay, so it's long, short, long. So try it slow. Do long, and then short, long, like that. Yeah, and then you do it faster. So you do long, short, long, like that. Remember, just try it slow first. Do long. So do long, and then you do short, long. Yeah, there you go. And so you want that to be fluid. Like you want it to be like a consistent movement across the stage, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, and then you speed it up. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, like that. Yeah, there you go. And so this is something you also want to practice every day. So you want to be able to dash dance in place. You want to be able to gain space and then dash dance in place there. And I'll do this thing where I do this, and then I'll do here, and then 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 here, like that. And I'll just go back and forth like that if I'm trying to like get my dash dance super consistent.
Got it. So like under like every edge of the platform.
And this is just like an easy way to mark it. You can obviously do it however, but I've felt this is just something I developed a long time ago, and it's helped me and some other people. And it's just, you need to get control of your aerial spacing, and you need to have control of your ground movement. And combining those two is kind of a little bit past that, but once you do, then when you see a situation and you're like, oh, I need to jump over there, because it'll happen so much, like, you'll be on the ground, like, let's say you're, like, right here, stand right here, and then you'll, like, up-tilt me at, like, 40 or something, and I go here. And this is, like, kind of where, I'm not in air dodge, but let's say I'm in hit stun. And if you're kind of, like, not that good at Fox, you'll kind of just toss Fox over here, like this, and then sometimes you'll, like, miss the platform. I see this a lot with, like, not as good Foxes. They'll kind of, like, miss the platform, and they go past it, and then they can't get a combo out of it. But if you're good, like, if you stand kind of, like, right here, just, like, on the platform. So instead of me kind of just doing this and kind of doing, like, the automatic one, maybe I want to do this, and I want to land on this side of you, you know? And that is where that aerial drift stuff comes from. And a lot of times on the ground, I noticed, like, I would do, like, laser approach or something like that. And you would be trying to dash dance, but you wouldn't be where you wanted to be in your dash dance. And so that would just sort of, like, you would just kind of get hit. And, like, no amount of knowledge or, like, understanding of what to do there will fix the fact that you're not in control of where your character is. Okay, so then let's try a different one. Like, let's do, let's try doing like 10 wave dashes in a row. And it's not easy. Like, a lot of players would like laugh at this and then fail. 10 in a row is actually not easy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, my timing with Fox is super bad still. But this is generally what I'll do. I'll just do like sets of 10 where I'm just like, let's try to get 10 nice wave dashes in a row. And then if I can't get it, I'll just do it. I'll do it back again. And then I'll do, okay, let's do 10 wave shines in a row. And I'll try to get the wave shines. And I'll just do it like, I'll just wave shine across the stage too.
Yeah, I have a lot of,
2,
when I
4, 5, like
try to hit the, like, I think it's like okay to like shine out of a, or wave dash out of a shine, but getting the next shine, I feel like I'm always like too slow.
Yeah, don't worry about that for now, because
Yeah,
you're trying to think of the follow up, and you need to like get the basics of the movement down, and that's why Chape's freaking out. He can't hit 10 in a row. It's hard. That's what I'm saying. This is why tech skill practice is so relevant. So we have that, and that's kind of it. And so once you can get 10 wave dashes in a row that you feel like are clean, and then you do the 10 wave shines in a row that you feel like are clean, or at least like attempt this. Like, let's say you really can't get 10 for whatever reason that day. It's okay to be like, let's do 6 in a row. Just make it something that you can do. Oh, those you have long wave dashes, which I like a lot. So that's good. A lot of people, when they have your level of character control, they do wave dashes like this. Like, they just don't want to press forward, so they do this. And so I'm really happy that your wave dashes are already long. So that's really good.
I was thinking of getting notches, but I felt like I already have like good distance.
Yeah, no, your distance on your wave dashes is totally good. So that's not something we really need to worry about. So once you get these down, then okay, there's a few directions you can do. I really like practicing. I really like telling people to get these down. Shine and then wave dash back. Without the turnaround. Because the turnaround is a separate thing. Then I have people do this 10 times. But first, you
How
need
do
to be
I-
able to do this.
Yeah. How do I get it without the turnaround? I feel like I.
Okay, so if you're getting the turnaround, it means you're pressing backwards before you press jump. The input is shine, then jump, then put the wave dash angle. And what I like to do is I actually like to go like, I do this, or I go down, and then I go like the slightest bit forward. Like kind of like I do this angle, I do that angle, and then I go back. And that just helps it so that I know like for sure I am, yeah, like that. Where like I am going one way, and now, you know, I press jump, you can press start, and you know, and then now I'm going back the other.
Ready? Go!
And then, so, from there, let's say, then I'll start doing stuff like this. Try doing that. You shine landed, that's really funny, okay. So you want to, you want to shine right here, and then pretend you have 0 frame jump squat. Like you press Y, and then you press R 1 frame later. You don't need to delay it like you do the wave dash, because you don't have to wait for the jump squat frames.
I always get stuck on a platform trying to get like forward off.
Yeah,
and,
it's
off
that's
backwards
like you're
seems
talking
really
about like
easy.
this, right? Or you going to teeter?
Yeah.
So this happens if you edge cancel anything. If you edge cancel like an aerial, it's the same like this. Or if you edge cancel a wave dash, or if I edge cancel like a side B, which I can't do right now because I'm bad. Like, come on, man. I'm so bad at Fox now.
Oh, I think I figured it out. I'm not holding. I need to hold forward.
Yeah,
the
so
wave
that's
dash will push me
the
off.
whole thing. If you're not holding forward, you'll get stuck, and if you just keep holding forward, you slide off. So that's important for every time you're gonna do these forward things, for you to just kind of know it. So this is just basic, like tech skill stuff, where you just hit this and you go off. So you want to shine a little bit lower than that. You don't want to shine when you're above the platform. Yeah, there you go. So you want to practice doing those. Then, you know, it starts getting like, you start doing these, where you start doing like the turnaround one, or like these ones, where you're facing backwards with no turnaround, but you start doing it on the platform. Like that. Then the next level is you start doing turnaround, where you do like, I'm facing like this, and I turn around and then go. And then you do the reverse turnaround, where you do this, and then you turn around like that.
No, I'm glad this is in at least a VOD, so I can go back and.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Because this is all stuff that, like, I just want you to practice every day. Like, all of these. And it doesn't need to be, like... What I would suggest is spend, like, 10 minutes max on, like, each thing, and then, like, move on. And then just kind of, like, come back later in the day if you want to. And, like, the idea is you're just trying to get sort of, like, Fox's spacing and his speed and his movement internalized. So that, like, nice, that was good. So that eventually you're able to dash dance where you want, you're able to aerial where you want, you're able to wave shine the exact direction that you want. So, you know, I can jump here, I can do this jump, I can do jump here, no, I can go to teeter, shield drop, shine, and then do something like that, and then ledge dash. And you start getting these little tech skill patterns where you're like, oh, like, I can do this, here, stall, ledge dash, into that, or this. And so you just sort of start combining them. Here's another one where you just do this. Just do this. This is like one of the most important actions in the game to not mess up. And a lot of matches actually come down to who messes this up first. Low-key. Because as soon as you do this, then the other fox just grabs you and you lose the set. So being able to do this is incredibly important. So I would say practice this also. And then practice doing it off the top plat, like double jump wave landing like this, and then just fast falling through. And try to get no ata. because the auto happens when you spend enough frames in your air dodge. So as long as you cancel your air dodge really fast, you don't have the auto. There you go. Okay, so basically we went over the character control stuff, and these are just the drills. Like, you want to be able to do every single one of these drills that we went over consistently and have it start getting fluid. And so when that happens, then you want to start worrying about the speed. So basically, Fox has a maximum speed that he can move at, which is defined by, you know, his lag frames and stuff like that. And your goal is going to be to start maximizing the speed at which Fox can move. So dashing out of lag is always a 2-frame window. It's never a 1-frame window, just because of how they have dashes work with the control stick. So you can always get a frame-perfect dash out of an action. I think a good place to start is something like up smash, just because it's kind of unintuitive. You do up smash and then you dash out of it. And you have to see where the lag is, and then get good at dashing out on the exact time that it ends.
Yeah, and I think I downloaded Uncle Punch at one point, so I think that tells you.
Yeah, you can do that with Uncle
right.
Punch. Yeah. So it's like you basically want to go through all of his stuff. So some of the really common ones that you're gonna need are wave dash, like wave dash, and then dash out of it in both directions. Because if you're a little late on it, and Fox has these idle frames where he's just sitting there, it's just really bad. So you want that to feel, and you can get like that, what's it called? You can get like a gecko code that makes it so your character turns green when they're idle. Have you heard of that? Have you seen that?
I think I've seen it, yeah.
Okay, I can send you the code if you want. But
okay, sure.
But yeah, you just put that on your dolphin, and then basically anytime your character is in idle, they'll just be green. And it's not all that useful for like certain things, but for this in particular, where like you do a grounded move and then you dash out of it, you do down tilt, dash out of down tilt, dashing back out of down tilt. Actually, I don't think.
And if I'm getting like the turnaround,
because
that
yeah,
means
you
I'm
can't dash back out of it
faster.
without doing the dash back out of crouch. Actually, so don't worry about dashing back out of it. Just practice dashing forward out of it. And trying to and once you get the little mod that tells you the green frames, that'd be great. Do it with up tilt. Do it with grab. You should be able to like kind of do like multi-dash grabs like this if you have to without like a lot of green popping up. Nice. So you want to go through all your moves and get that, and then after you kind of get the grounded moves down, the basic grounded moves, like kind of the ones we went over, then you want to move on to the aerials, where you do aerial dash out, air dash out. You just kind of want to get. I like doing this type of thing.
Yeah, sometimes I wish Nair had more lag, so I have time.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just something you have to get used to the timing of dashing out on the correct frame. So once you can do all your aerials back and forth like this, you can do down air, up air, nair, up air, back air, there, up smash. Like once you can dash out of everything, and you're doing it on the correct frame, and you have control of your character, this is gonna feel like a completely different game. And the other thing is also like character control and speed are things that people basically work on their entire careers. So this is not something you're like, oh, like, I can't believe I just have to grind these basics or whatever. Like, basically, you know, Chape was in chat saying he was struggling to hit 10 clean wave dashes in a row. So it's not something that you can expect 100% success at. You're not bad for messing up. It's just something you want to spend a little time practicing each day, and your brain will slowly get better and better at controlling Fox. And what that'll do is it'll basically just make solving the game like way easier, because like so something this is like really relevant in is like Marth, where you specifically need to dash dance right outside of these nairs. So like if Marth is doing these nairs, you need to always be able to dash outside of them regardless of the drift that he's doing, and you're doing a good job. But basically, this is super relevant to the situation, and that's why these precision movements are so important. Because a lot of people, they're like, man, I keep getting hit by Marth Nair, and it's because they aren't able to, like, control their character effectively. A lot of times people will do this thing where they kind of, like, dash back, and then they get stuck because they can't do the dash dance in place like this, and so they dash in, and then, or they dash away, and they have to dash in. And so a lot of worse players, once they dash into the corner, if you dash into the corner, I'll just do like that, because a lot of times they dash in and they have to come back because they can't do this in the corner. Whereas like Zane, he'll freaking do like, he'll be like right on the edge and he can do it with no problem. He can dash dance the closest into the corner you've ever seen anyone dash dance in the corner and be fine. So the character control aspect is so important, and like the speed is kind of part of it, like the action ability stuff that I went into, because there are a lot of things kind of like that I noticed while playing you. For instance, like the Falco laser stuff. So if I go Falco, one of the most important things to fighting Falco, if you just stand there, is dashing on the correct frame out of laser. So it's, yeah, so you just practice dashing immediately out of this. Yeah, you dash back, dash forward. And so it's like, this isn't all that hard to learn, but the issue is, this is like clearly more advanced than being able to like up smash and dash out of it, because this is like you interacting with your opponent's move. I don't even mean up smashing like with the laser. I mean just like doing it in general and then moving like on your own, like in training mode. Because it's basically like before you learn to dash out of my stuff, you really need to be able to dash out of your stuff, because that's, you know, that's relevant no matter which opponent you're going to be playing against. And yeah, there you go. You're already looking a little faster just from like trying really hard to do this. And so
yeah, I think I did a lot of like tech practice when I first picked it up, because I couldn't, like, it feels, Melee feels so bad if you like haven't played at all. Like it felt like I was like in like glue or something. But then after that, I just grinded Slippy and I like stopped doing like tech stuff.
I see. So yeah, this is definitely like what I would like you to prioritize for a, let's see, quite a while. I don't want to say quite a while. I would say like work on this until you feel like, work on this basically like exclusively until you feel like something is starting to feel really different. Like
Okay.
like I want you to basically work to do these drills that I'm telling you for like at least 6 months, like consistently, if you can. But like, I would say like don't even worry about a single other part of the game until like you're able to kind of get rid of most of that green while you're moving around. And then you're like with the dash stuff, and then you're also able to do the dash dance drills or dash dance stuff under platforms, and have like basic competency with the edge cancel stuff, and yeah, you want this to be like second nature, because when you go into a match against somebody, it's not going to be quite as easy. But when you go into a match against people, I want you to be thinking of these same concepts. Don't be thinking like, man, I really need to beat them or whatever. Because, like, you landing... So, like, it's kind of like a one step at a time thing. And, like, a lot of people at, like, the kind of mid-high level, or honestly even high-level foxes, they have a lot of trouble, like, tech chasing out of their shines. Like, they'll hit a drill shine and they have trouble tech chasing out of it. But your issue is like a little bit before that, so it's like I need you to be able to like land your drills on the side of the opponent you want and in the exact position you want without worrying about really what comes next for a while. Like, you just need to get that, and then once you're like, well, I can kind of hit these drill shines every time on whatever side I want on autopilot, then you're like, okay, now that you no longer have to put any effort into that, we can start putting effort into like how you're gonna follow it up. But if you try to skip steps, and I feel like you're kind of skipping steps a little bit by like just when I was playing you were like, yeah, let's play the game, and it's like, man, I wish we could play the game, but playing the game is something that happens once you already can control your character.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of just the consequence of Melee being incredibly difficult from like a technical perspective. So yeah, I would say, like, okay, so in review, we have, if I just go to Fox, let me just review all the different stuff we went over, just run through all of them really quick. We have, like, dash dance into edge cancel stuff on the platform. You gotta be able to do this. And just see how consistently you can get it. Try to do it from different spacings. Try to do it from like the middle of the platform. Try to do it from the edge of the platform. Try to do like short ones, long ones. Try to drift differently, and just try to, you know, you can do shield stops. You can do it in place. You can try to edge cancel like this. Then there's the top platform ones. You want to be able to like edge cancel your aerials on the top platform if you can. Good. And you want to be able to do it like also like forward. Like if I jump from here, I need to be able to do this. Like late double jump into it. Yeah. And maybe even like this where you do like double jump back, like where you full hop in and then you double jump back, edge cancel. That. All these little things, you just want to think of as many little variations as you can and just practice these. And then, okay, so after we have those, then we have this one. Yeah, and this is just like it just kind of gets your general understanding of like where your character lands at his full distance, like extra clean in my opinion. I really feel like this is like a nice helpful one for like, okay, here we go. This is like what my character can do. So we have that one. Let's see, what was the next one we went over? I think we might have done the wave dashing next. So you try to get the 10 wave dashes. Ah, I'm so bad at Fox now. Yeah, get your 10 wave dashes, and then try to get your 10 wave shines, and then try to get your backwards wave shines. Then you try to get like platform shine, and then the platform slide off shines, and then the backwards ones, and then the turnaround ones, and then the backwards turnaround ones. And then on the ground too, you can practice the turnaround ones, and then you can practice the non-turnaround ones. And you want to practice on both directions. And then we have basically this movement stuff where you just practice doing this. And then we have that other one where, like, if you stay in place, you're trying to hit the drills on one side or the other, and you want to do it at different ranges. Make sure you're not doing, like, the max range. Because if you just fling your drill and you do it, it's like, yeah, that's nice and easy. You want to do it up close and be able to land on either side of your opponent from pretty much any range. And yeah, that and like the dash out stuff is pretty much it. And it's quite a bit to work on, but if you just put a little bit towards each little thing and keep working on it, it'll add up really fast. And yeah, do it at a short hop and full hop, and be able to land on either side. Just super, super important.
I know our time's up, but I have like one more question, and it's probably
Yeah, dude, no,
outside
you're
my
good.
like skill level.
Yeah,
Can you like moonwalk with Fox?
of course. That. But yeah, all you do is yeah, you do dash, you walk, and then you do the dash, and then you pull it back, but you miss the center. As long as you go slightly off center, you'll get the moonwalk. And I kind of like move it around the rim. I kind of do like a quick little diagonal movement, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I can't get like the second part, and I get like a dash instead.
Let me see. Yeah, you keep holding it. Keep holding the dash you do. And also, is your like okay when you're doing that? Where's your stick right now? When you're like when you're doing with the slow movement, because it looks like you're doing the dash, but you're not holding back. Like once you do the dash, you have to like so like right when I'm right here. Okay, I'm walking this way. I dash to the left like this, and then I put my stick like I kind of do like this rhythm. So I do like right, and then I do so I'm walking right, and then I go like that. I do like left, and then I go kind of like left, down, and around, but you have to end up pointing to the right. Because that's why I'm getting speed to the right, is because I'm ending with my stick pointing to the right. Yeah, and this is just... It's something that, like, I remember having that issue too, and eventually you learn it and you're like, oh. But it's just kind of hard to describe, and everybody has slightly different methods for it.
Yeah, I think it's things like this. Once you have the muscle memory down like once, or you do it like a couple times, then it's like makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the moonwalking. I wouldn't worry about it too much for now.
Yeah, I think it just looks cool.
It certainly does look super awesome. I would recommend if you're trying to get good at moonwalking, just practice it with Falcon. Because he has this super long dash animation, and you get to kind of see exactly how far you dragged it back. Think of it as like you kind of want to drag Fox. You want to drag him back. Like you're like, well, you're dashing, but I'm like dragging you back. If I saw your inputs, I'd be able to help out. But you just have to do it stupid fast too. Like it's not an easy input in any respect.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have any other questions or concerns or anything like that?
No, I think I'm good. It was a good lesson. Yeah, I think
agree.
having like good drills to do is like pretty important. Yeah,
Okay.
and I think the part that got me like less doing like the tech practice was like I would do it, and then when I go into like a game and try to do it, it just like does not work at all. But I think it's time.
Yeah, it's a lot of it is like you need to like obviously solo practice and games are like a separate thing. And a lot of times when you're doing something in solo practice and you go into a game, you just kind of have to force it. It like doing solo practice, you won't immediately go into a game and be able to do anything, but you kind of just have to like you get it ready in solo practice, and then you just kind of force it into your friendlies and you make it happen, and then eventually your brain gets used to doing it in friendlies. Then you have to force it to make it happen in tournament. It's annoying, but that is the learning process. It's definitely not like a free thing of like, oh, you practice it and then it goes into the tournament. It's like a kind of a difficult pipeline. But it starts here with getting good at this movement stuff. But alright, I'll send you my Venmo stuff if that's cool.
Yeah, I think I already paid you.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
Then
so you
actually,
can
I think you
double-check.
paid me and then we had to reschedule, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
awesome. Alright, sounds good. I'll talk to you
Okay.
later. I'll send you the lesson VOD when it's up.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye.
Alright, peace.
Choose your character.